In the first section of this course, we talked about what is automation, why does it matter, and what n8n is, how does it compare with other automation tools that are popular in the industry. And now that we know n8n is the best tool to achieve automation, it's time to get our hands dirty and start building. Welcome to my course on AI automation powered by n8n. In the section 2 of this course, we are going to deep dive into n8n, the basic concepts that will lay the foundation for the intermediate and advanced sections of this course. In the first lesson of this section 2, we are going to take a step-by-step view of how to set up n8n on your machine, as well as I'm going to walk you through by registering as a new user on the n8n cloud platform. We are going to talk about the differences between why to choose the n8n cloud version and when to use your own local copy or your own hosted environment of n8n. Then we are going to look at the entire interface of n8n platform. I'm going to walk you through all the options that are available on the interface, what is workspace, where you actually build your workflow. We are going to see that. Then after that, we are going to actually build the workflow. In the last section, we technically build our first workflow, but actually it was not a step-by-step process. I already had created a workflow and we walked through the details of the workflow by going through what were nodes, how they were configured, what the settings were. But in this section, I'm going to take a step-by-step approach, dragging one node at a time and showing you how to build an entire workflow from scratch so that you can follow along and build your own. Further in the video of this lesson, we are going to deep dive into the core concepts which exist, like nodes. What are they? What types of nodes exist? How they are configured? What is the workflow execution that happens? What are the branches of the workflow? How the workflow activation happens? What are triggers? And some other nodes which are there. Before we start building, we have to set up or install n8n. Now this might sound technical, but I promise this is much easier than you are thinking. And the best part is there are multiple ways of setting up n8n or using n8n platform. And we are going to deep dive into each of these aspects. Well, the first option is to use the n8n cloud platform. This is the most easiest and the quickest way to start automating things. All you have to do is open up your browser, go to n8n website, register yourself as a free user and start automating. There is no setup required, no installation required. You just log in and start building right away from the very first day or from the very first hour. There are thousands of pre-built templates and integrations available right in the platform. And this is best for those people who just want to get started very quickly. They are beginner and they do not want to manage their own infrastructure or set up the n8n on their local machines. However, the con will be that you have to pay for the subscription because the free tier has limited access, limited usage. If you have higher automation usage, then you will end up paying for one or the other plan which is available, and we are going to talk about these plans, what these are, how they are set up, how much they cost. And the second disadvantage is that you lose control and flexibility of your data and the logic, because now you are relying on n8n cloud platform. That is where your data resides, that is where your logic resides, so you lose control on it. So if you want to just quickly get started without any kind of setup or installation, n8n cloud is the way to go. If you are beginner, I would highly recommend that you try it out. Link is in the description of the video or this course. But like I said, if you are technical in nature, you know how to manage servers, you want more control, more flexibility over your data as well as logic, then you can have the setup on your own machine or on your own server, which we are going to talk about. Now let's quickly go on to the screen share and I'll show you a step-by-step process how you can register on n8n cloud platform. So first of all, I have opened up an incognito window so that I can register as a new blank user, because I have already set up my account. I wanted to show you the entire journey or step-by-step process. So I'm going to register as a fresh new user so that you can also follow along. So I'm going to type in n8n.io. So this is the official website of n8n. I'm going to click on it. You can read everything about n8n on this website. However, we want to just quickly get started. So I'm going to click on get started for free over here. It is going to open up a form. So you can see this a very small and simple form that we have to fill in. I'll just write my name, Sharma. Then I have to write or specify a company email ID. So it needs to be a company email ID. So I'm going to just use one of my emails. Next, I'm going to specify the password. something that you can remember and something that is secure. So next is the account name. So in the account name, we have to mention something unique. So I'm going to use the domain name itself. So I have Discover with Dheeraj, and probably I'll add course into it. Or yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can see Discover with Dheeraj course.app.n8n.cloud. So this will be the URL of your workspace that you are going to use when you are registered as a n8n cloud user. So everything that you do would be under this URL, and you would see at the top as soon as we register it. Next, you can subscribe to the newsletter, and you can see at the bottom we have start free 14-day trial. It is not asking for any kind of payment option or credit card or any kind of payment. So you can try it risk-free if it is working for you or not, if you see the potential in it, whether the AI automation world is meant for you. 14 days is enough if you follow along this course. So now I'm going to click on start 14-day trial. All right, it is going to set it up. So you can see there are some questions. What team are you on? I'll just say ID and support. It says the second question, what is the size of the company? Less than 20 people. Have you ever coded? I have coded a lot, but I'll just mention, just a little. How did you hear about n8n? Probably Google. I'll just click on submit. So the survey is complete. Here it is asking us for other team members of my team or my company that I would like to add over here as users, so that they can also log into this instance and we can collaborate with each other. For now, we'll just skip it. I'll just skip it because we can basically invite these users later on as well. And now it's saying that our workspace is ready, and as soon as I click on it, we can start automating, and you can see that within just few minutes, few clicks, very short form that you used as registering as a user on this n8n cloud platform, you are up and running. The n8n interface is right over here. You can click on this create workflow button and start creating your first workflow. The canvas is open. You can drag and drop nodes and start automating your business workflows or your personal live workflows. It is that easy to set up this n8n cloud platform workflow. And at the top, you can see that our account name that we mentioned, Discover with Dheeraj course.app.n8n.cloud, is over here. This is telling us that our workspace is hosted under this URL. So that's it. We are going to come back later in the lesson. Each and every element of this UI interface that you see of n8n, I'm going to explain it. So stay tuned till the end of this lesson.